very much for once again tuning into United Voice of Women. Wow, just the name, United Voice of Women, sort of cheers me up. I know that I am super excited to meet our new guest, and I would say you got to be very, very excited too, because every week we have one beautiful woman joining us on this episode of UVW, wherein they talk about their journey, they talk about what they did right, sometimes what they didn't do right, and anything and everything they say actually is something that you can connect with, simply because I believe we women can actually connect with women around us, among us, because there's so much relativity there. There's most of the time people talk about being, really inspired by people that have achieved lots of crowns and titles and awards. And, these are the people that are always being praised and, accoladed. But women around me, like you and me, right? We are doing a lot. We have a simple life comparatively. That's what it looks like, because we have a personal life, we have a professional life, and these are the two things that we try to balance in our lives. And it takes a whole lifetime, right? But there are so many things that somebody else does better. And that has always interested me so much, intrigued me so much. And I loved talking to people as it is. And doing that here with all of you together makes it even better, because I'm able to share my experiences with each one of you. And every woman who comes and sits here on this platform is an amazing woman who's got so much to say and so much to give. So welcoming a very beautiful, boisterous, really, really strong woman. And this is no other than Jay. That's what she's popularly known as. Right, Jayanthi? Did I get that right? You are the Jay.
Yeah, that's how I go by. Yeah, my name is Jay. Yeah.
Awesome. So thank you so much for gracing our show today. And
my pleasure. Thank you.
I had the pleasure of meeting you a couple of times. And that gave me some kind of insight about what kind of a woman you are. But that was all about your activities and what you like to promote and how, etc. But I would love to know this girl, Jay, right? So if you just had to describe yourself in a few lines, how would you describe yourself?
Okay, my full name is Jayanthi Murahari, and I'm a personal trainer, I'm a yoga instructor, and I teach Bollywood dance fitness. I'm a woman, I'm a mother, and I'm a sister, I'm a daughter, and as any woman, I have a lot of tags with me, obviously. And I'm 43 years old, and I do other things too. Like, I do photography, I do painting, and those are my side gigs, I would say, and my hobbies.
Wow.
So that's about me.
Okay, so that's about who you are to the world. What do you think about yourself personally?
I would say I'm a go-getter. I put my mind onto something, I try and give my best to it. And sometimes it's to a point that I'm such a perfectionist that I want to kind of get everything done the right way, the way I want it. I would beat around too much just to get it right. So that's how I am. But then there has to be the fun aspect to it. Otherwise, there's no me in it. So there has to be the fun aspect in whatever I do.
Awesome. So where did you get this from? Do you think it's your own personality, or did you get it from somebody like your mom, your dad, I don't know, somebody that inspired?
My mom is definitely, I would say, I think mother for anyone is like a role model. My most inspiring person for me and would always be is my mother. I've taken a lot from her, obviously. But then fitness and job-wise, I would say it's always been something I always wanted to do. And I've been in the fitness field for 20 years now. And it all started off with karate. I did karate when I was in when I was in school, and my journey, I think, started from there. Karate was my base for fitness.
Wow. And it just happened? Or were you like inspired by somebody and
No, I was just going around the same place. I used to bike down the road where there was a karate school, and I just wanted to just learn, and I just went and joined. So as simple as that.
are you more of a tomboy?
I think, yeah, I've always been like this. It's just comfortable. It's very comfortable, very convenient to just have it short and have it simple, right? So
No, I'm not just talking about the way you dress and all that. I'm talking about you. You are more of a tomboy personality.
yeah,
Isn't
I
that
think this is how I don't know. This is how I relate to myself. I don't think I'll be comfortable being anyone else or anything else.
of course? Wow. You know what? That is an aha moment right there. I
Thank
think
you.
there are tons of people around us, not just women, okay, men, women, all around the world. I would say 99% of them are struggling to know who they are. And the way you said it, the way you put it in such simple words, bravo. I mean, really, really an aha moment. And you know what? It all feels like very organic with you, right? It was not something that you saw or did or read that really put in all this into you. This is, would you say you were wired like this?
I really don't know. I think academically, I wasn't like that interested. So always been into sports and mountaineering and NCC back in college days and all that. So I guess that's how my destiny was designed, I guess, and it was a very clear choice. So my first job when I was actually in my 11th grade was a part-time gym instructor. So back then, that was my first job as a started. But then I had done my master's in journalism and mass communication. That was my master's. But then my heart was not there. My heart was definitely in, I would say, something like teaching and in fitness. So I went on and did another master's in fitness management, and from there there was the path set right for me, I guess.
So would you say that anybody else was responsible for you being attracted to this, or it was totally your own thing?
I would say again, goes back to my mother. She gave us, we are four girls in our family. I'm the last girl. She gave us so much independence, and she gave us so much freedom to kind of go ahead and just, figure it out ourselves, and, try and do it and learn our own mistakes and, own it all. So I would say, yeah, it's all my mother, I guess.
You know what? From whatever you just talked about, your family, you just mentioned rather, says a lot. Looks like your mom played a huge role in the kind of personality you have.
Yeah, and I guess even my sisters. I have three elder sisters, so I obviously had a lot to learn from there, right?
The all girls team.
Yeah, all girls. Yeah, all girls, all four girls. So I picked up a little bit from everyone, obviously.
I'm sure. So, what was it about this health thing, this physical fitness thing that really, really attracts you?
I think end of the day, it helps me to keep myself fit, and it's so easy to preach what I'm practicing, and so this job is something which is, I would say, so beautiful in a way that you are making a little difference in every person you're training, any person who comes to your class. There's something you're giving them back, right? So there's a lot more to kind of, feel good about in this job, what I do. So I don't even look at it as a job, but it's just the kind of lifestyle for me. I would say just like day in, day out at work, I get back home, it doesn't feel like I'm really working at all. It's just the way it is.
Wow, awesome. Okay, what is the one best thing you like about you being a woman?
A mother, I think. When I became a mother and my daughter is 14 years old, that kind of really kind of made it like to the top for me. I totally appreciate being a woman because being a mother is a totally different thing, right? And to kind of really, care for someone else and put them first beyond you is something which I think any mother would relate to. So that's the best thing about being a woman, I guess, according to me.
Wow, that's beautiful. The motherhood, I think the minute you say mother, everything just sounds so beautiful, isn't it?
Yep,
I
yep,
mean,
yep, it
so
does.
special, right? So special at any age for any woman. I think that is the kind of emotion it evokes.
Yeah.
Something that cannot compare with anything else in the world. Now, talking about, because we talked about this mother part, I wanted to ask you something. What I see today around me, is a lot of struggle every woman is going through just bringing up their kids. It wasn't so. Maybe 10 years ago, if I want to go back, I don't think I saw so much of pain in this journey that I actually see being, talked about so much more than I ever heard before. Would you have heard things like that? I'm sure you did. A lot of parents, especially mothers, struggling to bring up their children. And what do you think is the reason why they are struggling?
No, I think I wouldn't say struggle would be the word. I guess, see, when you have a choice, you've kind of made a decision to have a child, and it's a journey by itself, right? You're so prepared to actually lead that journey and be a guide and a friend for the kids, and not be a parent and a mother, because every stage of their lives, you need to kind of you need to change yourself to kind of fit their roles, because they are kids till 6. You need to really take care of them for all their biological needs and protect them and all that. From 6 to 12, they're exploring, they're learning a lot of stuff. You have to really kind of be there around to make sure that they're safe and they're playing well and they're not getting injured and all that. After 12, when they hit their teens, you need to cut that slack. You need to become a friend. You should not be a mother anymore. And then after 18, you have to just completely become a soulmate. You have to be the best buddy they can have. They should have the trust to confide with you with whatever they want. So instead of struggling to raise a kid, I think you should just become a part of their journey and enjoy that, because you made a choice to have a kid, right? You might as well enjoy it and not just struggle with it. So I think that's my take on, having a kid and being a mother.
Amazing. One, you actually reminded me of my dad right now with whatever you were saying. And two, it is a very refreshing experience for me to, have heard what the way you put your perspective about being a mom. I always believe that everything is about how you think here, right? I mean, everything happens only from here, right?
Totally.
And this is something that can be changed too. That's the best part about it, right? But this is refreshing. Why? And a little overwhelming too. Why for me? Because as somebody who has always observed people around me. I mean, I just love people. And so I've observed so much, and everybody, whatever they say, I do take it in. For me, it's not something that I heard and forgot. I would forget things that really didn't catch my attention anyway. But then if something caught my attention, I love to think about why somebody said something, and how this would work if you possibly tried it yourself, etc. And I love that, learning from people around me. I cannot learn through books. I cannot learn through, lectures being given to me. I guess everybody is different. And so that's why this has always been my go-to, place, because everything that I have actually seen, experienced, heard is what really, really works for me. And I'm hoping that today, especially after the way you put it with such simplicity, okay, and in a very simple way that these are the things you just need to do. But do you think people are just asking, okay, that would you say that most of the people around you are not really able to do that simple thing, or there is something else about it that you would be able to pinpoint? Because you're looking at the world too, you must have observed a few things, because all this kind of talk can help a lot of people around us. That's what I believe. This is not trying to put somebody down or put somebody up. It's all about learning from our experiences and what we see around to get better.
Yeah, I mean, first of all, I'm in no position to say that, hey, that person could do it better and all that. It's just that from another mother's point of view, I would want, I guess, any mother to just have fun with their children and not stress too much about raising them. So you're kind of missing out on the whole aspect of spending a day properly with a kid when you're so planning ahead for the future and for the college and I don't know whatnot. When you're missing out today, right? Today, you have a good time with your child. Make it the best time. So it's creating memories for them, right? So you need to be that base for them to have good memories and all that which they would sit back and think later should be all beautiful and pleasant. I guess it's very important to kind of approach one day at a time and not get it so stressed about future and plan so much that you miss out now.
Very good point. You know what? Very brilliantly and very, very simply put. The way you said about it, wow. Clearly, for me, another aha moment, because this is something I've been waiting to hear. And I'm not really trying to put down anybody or saying that anybody is any less or anybody's putting any lesser effort. Because I guess the minute a mom gives birth to a baby, from that moment on, I think nothing is more important to her except that child, right? I mean, the entire world revolves around that child. And if they are not able to connect with that child, it is extremely painful, I would think. And so that's why I have always had this thing about wanting to understand why somebody is able to do it better than the others. But a lot of people around me I've always seen struggling a lot, because apparently in this day and age, kids are matured so much faster. They seem to be so much more independent in their minds, and they seem to know so much more sometimes than even you yourself as a mother knows. So do you think, I'm just speaking on from whatever I heard from you, right? On top of my mind, whatever I'm able to digest from what you said, I'm just trying to just bring it back to ensure that I got it right. And I want to understand that if you just took it, how do I say? I don't know, how did you take it and how did you make it so simple? And, the kids know so much in the world, all this thing. Do you think it's overpowering usually for moms that they know so much, they're so independent, they're so capable to be, making up their minds so early in life? Does all this together brew up into something like a large tornado or something in the minds? What is it, according to you?
No, I get what you're saying, but then I think you should not be so very attached and so very, kind of expecting from your child that when the child is growing up, they're all prone to learn things. They're all going to be, doing much better when it comes to understanding the world from their perspective. It's always a different perspective, right? Ultimately, end of the day, it's a different person altogether. So you should not attach with them so much that you kind of completely curb their own way of looking at things. You got to let them be themselves and accept the fact that they're a separate person, they're another individual. So you should not be so much attached to them. I think you should be affectionately detached from the person. At the same time, obviously, as a mother, love them unconditionally. So I guess as simple as that again. sorry if I'm not giving you any deep answers. It's very simple,
No,
actually,
no,
come to think
no.
of it. Yeah.
This itself is extremely, extremely deep, Jay. Whatever
Mhm.
you just said is truly deep, because I guess, um, uh, you know, a century ago, since then, I mean, they've had so many kids, not just one or two, right? They just had so many kids and they raised them pretty well. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah.
that really those kids missed out on something, or they didn't turn out to be the individuals they would have been if, they were born today or something, right? I mean, they all grew up pretty well. And, but today, like you said, I think the biggest takeaway from whatever you said today for me was expectations. Why can't you just let the kid be, right? Why does it have to be so totally planned? Why can't it just be organic?
Yeah, yeah,
Right? Do you think that's
yeah.
a fear? That's a fear, or that's a fear of yourself, the parent, as a parent. You are the one who is actually having a lot of fears, and possibly you are reflecting it in such a way that possibly the kid also might be in fear of what is there out there for tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just
See, I
nurturing.
think, yep, yep. I think a kid, when a kid is growing up in an environment, in a household, in a home, with parents who are constantly stressing about something, whatever you say is not going to really matter to the kid, but what the kid observes is what really matters. I guess when you are stressed out and you're trying to teach them something else, they're not going to pick up all that. They're going to pick up the unsaid things. They're going to pick up all the other things which you are trying to deal with. So you might as well lead a happy life, a stress-free life as much as possible, so that the kid kind of absorbs all that. And I would say kids learn it not the way we explain it to them, but they learn it from what they actually absorb and observe. So I guess
What you are blowing my mind, girl. I mean,
that's true. That's true.
because of the simplicity in which you're putting it all, whatever you're saying, nothing is new, right? Everybody
Yeah,
knows
yeah,
all these
yeah, yeah,
things,
yeah.
right? It's
Everyone knows exactly. Everyone knows how things gotta be. It's just that we have to apply it in a way that it kind of works for you. So
I am so blown, and I didn't even realize that we're all up for time. We just got a couple of minutes more to wrap up our a beautiful, beautiful episode with you, Jay. I can't thank you enough for your time and for sharing your thoughts with us. Very, very insightful. Love it. Okay, and greatly appreciate this opportunity to be able to speak with you. You made my day, and I'm sure you made everybody's day who's going to be watching you right now. So until next time,
I would like to, yeah.
thank you so much, Jay. And
I would like to thank you too for giving me this opportunity. It was a good experience for me to talk to you too. Thank you so much. Thank you.
totally a pleasure and an honor. So you take care until we see next time. Keep
Thank you.
smiling.
Thank you so much. Yeah. You too.
Thank
Bye bye.
you.